What's up guys, it's Rogue here and welcome back to yet another amazing video on the channel. So for today I got you a brand new updated deck profile of a very popular deck that just actually got potentially a card announced in Ghost Rare. It is of course Cyber Dragons, a OTK version, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and without any further ado. So starting off with the main guy here, it is of course triple of the Cyber Dragon. You know, just a free level 5 body on the board. If they have a extra deck monster, it's a free out, and yeah, basically the heart and soul of the deck, as you can imagine. Along with the actual best card in the deck, which is Cyber Dragon Core. Everything goes through him. The fact that on normal he grabs you any Cyber Dragon spell or trap is basically essential. It is not an optional effect, so if you normal it, it has to go off. It's mandatory, so you can't play around stuff that would negate destroy, sadly, but he's just way too good to not play at anything less than 3. For another 3 up here, we got triple Cyber Dragon Hers. If this was a trap build, I wouldn't play 3, but this is the OTK version, so we want to be getting as much pluses as we can from the grave, and Hers lets you do that. Also lets you recycle your core for, you know, if you can't manage the OTK, you can grab your core back for next turn to then normal and start all the plays again. For a 2 of, we got Cyber Dragon Napster. He's basically just a monster reborn, locks you into machines, which typically isn't a problem because all your machines get really big attack and attack loads of times, and yeah, so he's really good, level 1 as well, so helps you go into like your Link 1 plays as well if you don't want to use his effect. That is it for the Cyber Dragons. We're going to the honorary Cyber Dragon, the Galaxy Soldier. Basically 2 level 5s on the board is what this guy gets you, and then lets you go to your Nova and your Infinity plays, which is very nice to break the boards. For the Cyber Dragon machine, we're playing 2 Kaijus. Realistically, your opponent isn't going to let you search this out if they have a negate on the board. Why on earth would they do that? So just play 2 instead of 1. They're not going to let you repair plant into a Kaiju. They'll just negate the repair plant, and then you're still stuck with the problem on the board. So just play 2 Kaijus, just draw 1 and then Kaiju them. And it's also a machine, so it just can be absorbed up by any Cyber Dragon. For the hand traps, triple Ash, not much needs to be said here. Just, you know, generically the best hand trap, you know, forever probably. And then we got the triple Gamma, and then the brick, which is the driver. This hand trap basically hits every single deck in a very impactful way. Flunderies can end their turn. Sword Soul again can end their turn. It just hits every deck as well. Problem is you play the driver, but worst case scenario you are discarding him with a Cyber Dragon card or your twin. Moving on to the spells here, we got triple of the Cyber Emergency. Basically just grabs you your core, helps you with consistency. Why would you play this at anything less than 3? We got the 1 Repair Plant, basically another Searcher but with extra steps, so you just play 1 of it. Usually you normal your core, grab whatever, link it off in Town Mirage, and then you can trigger your repair plant. The 1 Rev System, basically another monster reborn, helps you get level 5s on the board and helps you push for OTKs. And the last one off for the Cyber Dragon spells and traps, it is the Cyberload Fusion. Searchable Fusion spell, helps with OTKs in a way. Can only attack with the monster you summon, remember that, but apart from that it's very good. For the generic spells, of course it is triple Machine Dupe. I think this card is basically a Cyber Dragon card at this point. I don't think any other decks are really playing this card apart from Cyber Dragons. So yeah, you see it, and your Cyber Dragons actually become Cyber Dragon on the field and the grave, so your core will be able to special summon your 2 level 5 Cyber Dragons from the deck, which as you can imagine is very nice. The spicy tech that we are actually testing out here is 2 Ultra Polymerization. This card is cracked. I'm convinced that this is one of the best cards for this deck, and I don't know how no one has realized that. The fact that you can bring back the materials that you use, so for example you use 2 Cyber Dragons, you make whatever fusion, then you banish it, you bring them back, and you get your Nova and your Infinity as well. That's just crazy. You can also go for your Sega and OTK that way as well. This card's cracked. The 1 Overload, this is basically just a send off Verte. And again, it's just absolutely insane what this card does. For the interruptions and, you know, the trading, the 1-for-1s, it is the Forbidden Chalice. This is really good, this format, because it trades with the negates. So it trades with the Baron de Fleur, it trades with the Sword Soul negate. If you're playing against Thunderies and they have the barrier statue, you need to be seeing this because you can only special summon monsters that are wind, so the Chalice helps you sort of break boards, and it's just a crazy card, not once per turn. You can also do it in damage steps since it gains attack as well, crazy. Double Twin, as I've mentioned already, this deck loses to pretty much any sort of back row, so you really need to be clearing the board with that and then going for your plays. If you send your hers, you get advantage of it, so really, really nice to be seeing the twins. And then the last card is, of course, the trap. If you have everything in your hand, you search the trap, and if you fail the OTK, you get like pop 3. So really, really nice. And also, if this is popped, it's a rotor as well. So now let's move on to the extra deck. So moving on to the extra deck now, we are playing the 1 Cyber Dragon Seeger. This card basically enables all your OTKs, gives something to one attack, and then it doesn't do damage itself, but it doesn't matter because the other one does. So usually pair this up with your Rampage Dragon, and he will attack 3 times at like 4,200 attack. The card that probably should get banned, and will get banned in my opinion, is Verte. We're not playing any degenerate stuff with it, we literally just send Overload or the Cyberload Fusion, and that's its job in this deck. The Quillfort Genius, this helps play around Floodgates, this helps play around the skill drain and stuff like that, because this is unaffected and you just make something else and that card unaffected. The Almirage, as I explained before, is very useful for core, helps you get your repair plant live very, very quickly, and that's the reason we play it. And the 1 Anima, better than Link Reaper for going second, because it has the potential to steal anything that it does point to. Moving on to the X Caesars here. 2 Infinity, 2 Nova. I feel like this is very self-explanatory. This has been the ratio for a while. Mind the mixed rarities. And the 1 Pallades, this is basically because we can only make 1 Infinity per turn. So with the other 2 level 5s, we make more Interruption, which is your Pallades. Could bounce back your core as well to get you the normal summon again for next turn. And for the fusions here, 2 Rampage, the 1 Twin. Basically this is because sometimes you value the higher attack. This has 2-8, this has 2-1. If you can't make your Seeger, this lets you beat over more things, can attack twice naturally without having to use an effect. And Rampage basically lets you attack multiple times by using its effect, and also it has the ability to send you hers to the grave from the deck, which allows you to add back the Cyber Dragon. That's why we play it. Also gets rid of back row and summon, very useful. And for the 2 board breakers here, this just absorbs anything that's in the extra monster zone, and this absorbs anything that's a machine, usually a kaiju that you give your opponent. That is the end of the profile, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy my take on the OTK version of Cyber Dragons. If you guys play something different, please let me know in the comments. I always respond, I always comment. I love you guys' interactions in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. It's time! Let's go!